Hello, welcome to Flosstube number 55. My name is Ymir. I go by AlmondMnMs as I'm sliding. I go by AlmondMnMs on here on Flosstube, YouTube, Instagram, and all that good stuff. If it is your first time, welcome. If it's not your first time, welcome back. Hello again. We haven't seen each other in a very long time. The last time I was on here, I was in a completely different country, so I figured let's start off the year and get to business. Full disclosure, there were somewhere about 2 or 3 floss tubes filmed prior to this, but this is the one. This is what we're posting, and we are hunkering down and doing it. Today is January 30th. The ending of the month of 2025, and we have some updates. I figured I would come on here and obviously catch up with everyone. I have water, and catch up with everyone quickly and like shortly. Who knows? We'll see how long this floss tube is, and just update about what's going on and what have we been doing and some goals, some stitching. OMG, I went on a stitching hiatus for a very long time, but I hunkered down and I've been stitching. I have accountability buddies and all of that good stuff. So why not? Let's get the ball rolling. So I had a new year, new start, and then I finished it. Surprisingly, I had a January finish, OMG, but it's not a big one. So don't be, what is it? Don't be surprised, or don't be like excited. But yeah, so I started this little thing. It's a scissors mat from La Di Da Studio. Funny story in regards to this chart and some of the charts. I think this was one of them as well. I think I got this from Utah when we did Stitch West. And funny thing about them, I ended up going to Shepherd's Bush with a few friends. Went in there, you know, my jam is like reds, samplers, etc. And oh, am I showing something? Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, went in there and we were like just chatting with the ladies in there, and my mistake was going back a second day, and I walked in, we went back in there, of course, you know, and one of the ladies was like, I have something for you. And that's how she got me. She had about like a whole basket filled with just charts, and she was like, we pulled this for you. So of course, like, how are you gonna say no to people that specifically pull things for you, and they're like, you know, doing the blinky eyes and all that stuff. So they got me for a few more things. I think that was like one of my most like epic shopping spree situations. So there's probably a video of that, but yeah, I think this chart came from there, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so if it didn't, my soul feels like it did. I don't know, it probably did, but whatever. So this is the one. I chose to stitch it in black and red. And basically there's also like little hearts here that you can put on your initials, which I did the same. So this is what I stitched. It is stitched on 56 count 1/1 Eureka. And this is what it is. Yeah. What do you think? So I chose not to do the edging. I forget what's the proper term of it. So I chose to not do that, and then I chose to bypass the little like arrow down here because I'm just gonna frame it. Like, I have a whole bunch. I'm just gonna do that. What do you think? What do you think? I have a whole bunch of like these like little mini like things that I finished. I'm showing you my backs, like things that I finished. So I just want to like stack it up and, you know, just frame like a whole bunch of them. So you know, we have white walls in this apartment. Nothing is hanging on the wall, by the way. I've lived here for a few years now and nothing is hanging. So I need to get the ball going, and maybe this year is going to be that. So yeah, so basically I don't want to keep it as a scissors mat. I'm just going to get it framed. And then of course I put my initials. I put the hearts on my initials, but that's that. That's my start and finish for 2025. A super quick one too. I don't know if maybe I stitched fast or what, or maybe it was just like a short stitch, but that's kind of where we're at with that. Then quickly I ended up, and I still have the itch, like the startitis situation. I wanted to start a new sampler. Of those of you that know, I want to say like 2020, 2020, I did a full modern folk embroidery sampler in like a month and a half. So I remember where I was just on fire. So I pretty much, oh yes, I'll talk about that and then I'll go into like the other thing. So I kind of was like, I want to start a sampler. I want to do this. I want to do that, blah, 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 blah. So going back to my roots, because modern folk embroidery was one of my first like ever samplers, a Quaker sampler, etc. Going back to my roots, I decided to start a Quaker sampler, but not a modern folk embroidery Quaker sampler because I don't know why, but I decided to start this, a Quakers sampling. So here's the problem. The problem is that we have an ongoing joke amongst our friends that two of us, well, one of them likes to have things in order, like Quaker sampling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So when I purchased this, obviously I did not notice it was 3 because I would have purchased 1, 2, and 3. So I had the full collection. So we were like chit-chatting about it, and come to find out they are on, I think, Quaker samplings 8, maybe more. And of course, tragic situation, I started on 3, not in order, so I think I'm gonna have to go back to 1, 2 so I can have them in order and then continue, because you can't just have just part of the collection, right? So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So started this is about, it's 12,400 stitches and change. And I started this month as well. I want to say I stitched on it about 1, 2, 3, 4, like 7 or 8 times, maybe, max. And this is where I'm at. So what you think? So there's a few things that we have to discuss. So I'm over here, I'm working on this motif right now. Currently we look like this because I've been removing my needles from things and I just don't want the threads hanging, so I just tack my threads down. But per usual, this is stitched on 1/1, shocker, 46 count by X Jude, Rocky Mountain. So this is the actual fabric. Boop, boop, boop. I mean, I won't get the beautiful variegation, or I forget what's the technical word. My brain is not functional right now. It is 9 a.m. and I have to do this before work because accountability. So I'm not gonna get the full marbling effect, but I am gonna get some of it. So this is the full top and bottom. This is gonna be the height, and I wanna say is about 8 inches wide that it's gonna be. I'm already like 3,000 stitches in. I did the math last night when we were on our friends chat, and I didn't write it down, so I have to do the math again. But yeah, I'm about 3,000 stitches in with like about 7 sessions. And yeah, I'm excited about it. I think I am going to go ham on this one for now, just to get as much as I can for the month of February, and then just kind of see where we're at for March. March is going to be very busy because we have races, we have market, we have all that good stuff. So if I finish it in February, it's a short month. If I finish it in February, we will see. If not, you never know. But yeah, this is what I have. If you're stitching this, let me know. If you have it, let me know. Whip it out. Let's put some stitches in it together, and we'll go from there. Yeah. On top of that, what was I gonna say about this? On top of that, obviously, there's some changes that needs to happen in here, like the dates. And then I think there's the initials here. And it's funny because I usually don't look at other people's finishes in regards to like before I start a new pattern. And I started this, but I was just kind of curious to see when were like the most recent ones stitched, and I think I only saw 2. And someone, instead of putting their initials, they put a little rabbit, I think it was, or something like that. So I'm like, oh, we might do that. But Ymir's becoming more responsible in a way by customizing her own things and putting initials and dates and stuff like that. So I think I might stick to the initials and obviously the dates. Wish me luck on that. Then what else has been going on? So the last time I was here, I explained about, I don't know how and why I didn't think about this, of putting all of my charts in my Kindle, which, I mean, I do know people use their Kindles and stuff like that for like Pattern Keeper and things like that, but this Kindle doesn't have that capacity. So what I did was I downloaded the PDFs or created a PDF of something and of like whatever I'm stitching, and then I just uploaded it and I have it here. So I don't know why I didn't think about that. And it actually makes me a little bit more focused because I don't tend to scroll and it's just straight up books in here. So the last time I was here, we discussed that I was stitching a Quaker sisters. Yeah, 2 Quaker sisters. And I was somewhere like halfway through here. And so far I finished this and I started this one, but I put it on hold because I got distracted by the Quakers. But I'm gonna come back to this. And the only thing that I missed was the center, because I wanna wait and keep the centers to the end so I can figure out what the verbiage is that I want to use. But so far, this is where we're at. It's tiny. It is 56/1 per usual. Did I say the other one was 46/1? It is 46/1, and then the first one was also 56. This one is 56/1. All the floss you should know by now. I dyed it. This is this one. This is like a 12 ply situation, but this is the one. It's kind of like a plummy situation. My lips are dry. By the way, the last Flosstube that I filmed, I was starting to get sick and it was bad. It's better that I didn't post it. It was bad because I was like snotty, like, you know, like going like this to like wipe my nose. I was a hot mess. So, and this was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I've still been a little bit. Now I sound better and look better, but it wasn't cute. Within like a span of 24 hours, I like deteriorated very quickly. Never fails, you get sirens. But yes, so I'm kind of glad I didn't post that, but yeah. So this is where we're at with this one. We're gonna hold it off and then just kind of go back. I wanna say it's maybe like 2,000 stitches or maybe 4, I can't remember. So I can get this done in like 2 weeks. So but we want to get the Quakers going, and then we'll come back to this. So these are gonna be my two projects that I'm just gonna be hovering in between, but for right now, this one is on timeout, and then we're gonna do some Quakers and see how far we get into it, and then we're gonna come back and do the other Quakers, because somehow we ended up on a Quaker situation. And fun fact, I'll show you. Although they look the same, these are not the same color. Somehow, I have a plum obsession recently, so this is where we're at with that. These are not the same colors. I will show you. I will show you. So, see, completely two different colors. I don't use the hank. I do use the spool, but they're two different ones. So that's a fun fact. So don't be fooled. Ymir actually does use multiple colors. Funny story about that. When I was doing the little scissor sampling, scissors mat, I actually was like, I want to, use red and put it, be cute and put it on a this. And I had my charms and all this stuff going, right? Where is it? There's a story to this, right? Because this is where we're at. This is where I literally cut into it. So, I was ready. I was going to do a different color fabric, etc. I have my little YouTube charm, blah, 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 blah. Thread the needle. As soon as I didn't even thread the needle. I don't know. I think when I went to thread the needle, I was like, you're dumb. You're dumb, Ymir. You can't use this floss. So I cut this for no reason. Because I cannot use that floss because it's too thick for me. So I had to go back to my little, these are my selection of colors, by the way, my personal little stash. You can tell what I've been using a lot. But yeah, I was like, I guess I'll be going into this bowl, which it is the same color, but I just thought I was going to be cute and just have a little drop situation for myself. That did not work out. So yeah, this baby was going to be a completely different color. As you can see, it was going to be white and red, but turned out to be black and red. Which, I mean, I do have the white there, but yeah, that's pretty much it in regards to stitching. I am surprised at myself that I did this in 17 minutes so far. Excuse me, water. I'm shocked. In regards to stitching up, ooh, I think it's falling over. It's falling over. I'm shocked that I did this very quickly. So pat in the back, pat in the back. Besides that, there's not much stitchy updates going on into what I've been stitching. I don't think I mean, I took a very much long needed break from stitching. Came back very rejuvenated, but also overwhelmed because I had a lot of things to catch up on and all that good stuff. And obviously the beginning of the year tends to be a little bit more busier because obviously prepping for market and all that good stuff, but also just catching up on all the other things that I might have missed during the holiday season and towards the ending of the year. So pretty much all of January entailed on just catching up on everything and trying to scrub through all the things that I've missed besides my emails, because I am truly, I'll actually show you, it's terrible, don't judge me, I am truly terrified, but I need to mentally prepare myself because look how many, 96,000. Bad. So I have to start filtering through things, and I'm also managing about 4 or 6 different inboxes of different email addresses. So I have to go through all of that. But I'm just kind of like not ready. But yeah, January was pretty much about like catching up and just resetting and setting some healthy habits and all of that good stuff. And some of the healthy habits are, I am getting help. I got help because I can't do all of this by myself. Ymir is drowning, and it's a good thing, but because of that, I just can't. So got help a few times a month to, by the way, I have a lot of jewelry on, and the one thing I hate is when my jewelry gets like under my watch and then it just hurts because it's just so tight, and then I have like the marks there. So, and oh my god, my eyes. So I ended up getting some help. It's gonna be a few times a month, but it's gonna be super helpful because what's the word, it's just I can't, oh my god, I'm getting like floaters on my eye. I have a floater. Okay. I forgot what I was gonna say, but yes, I ended up getting help, which is awesome. It's gonna be amazing during this, especially the beginning of the year, because of market and all that good stuff. And there's a lot of things that are like floating. By the way, did you know that AlmondMnMs is having a birthday in February? Not my actual birthday. My actual birthday is in February, but AlmondMnMs was launched in February, so good stuff. So yeah, so I ended up having to just logistically, why do I have floaters? Logistically getting help, and I'm very excited about that. There's a few bumps in the road, you know, and sometimes we have to be not perfectionists and be grateful for the help, but there's a few bumps in the road, and we're ironing that out. But I think overall it's going to be amazing because we can divide and conquer. I can focus a lot on the dyeing and all that good stuff, and then the packaging and all that other things will be, well, the cutting and the winding we would be dividing and conquering, and then the packaging and fulfilling would be not my responsibility. Not my responsibility anymore. That is not the best way to say it, but it'll be something that I'll be like less focused on, but I have to like let go and not be a perfectionist on the packaging. So if you don't see my handwriting on things anymore, I'm sorry. But if you see my handwriting on things, you have a golden egg because, yeah. Besides that, not much is going on. Like I said, just market prep and all that good stuff. Some goodies happening in February because we have birthdays / anniversaries and all that good stuff. But yeah, I think we're in a good place. I'm in a good place, a much more happier place now that we're done with the holidays, the largest racing season / year, but also just for me, like work-wise, it's QQ, starting like September. It's so bad. So I'm glad we made it over through the holidays. I'm not a holiday person, but I'm very glad that we made it and we get to continue the year very freshly. So besides that, I don't have much else to share. I can't believe I made this in under 30 minutes. Can you believe it? I am very proud of myself. Like I said, it is the ending of the month in January. I am going to, because I've been stitching so frequently, I am going to stitch more, and then I'm going to film another Flosstube, obviously first to second week of February, launching / announcing things. So yeah, I think we're going right back to the routine that we used to have before, and it's pretty nice. I do miss it. I do miss interacting with the community. I feel like I've missed so much, but it was a much needed step back because I was beginning to get overwhelmed, and it was much more of like my fault in regards to like work and all that good stuff. But coming back to my first love, which is stitching, I am very excited, and it's just very refreshing to just kind of be around the community and obviously the environment of like friendly competition. Like, oh my god, I got 100 stitches in, or I got 50 stitches in, or like, you know, like who's winning, like what, like friendly like game and all that good stuff. So I'm very much excited about that. I might be signing up for some like I had a whole bunch of questions last night. I still need to like confirm and figure that out, but I might be looking into some like challenges and stuff, just to hold myself accountable and just getting it done, because just some like mental health tip is just take the time for yourself. And I feel like cross stitching has always been that for me, and putting it on a shelf did hurt a little bit, but you know, you just have to put you first and do it, and take the time out. And I've been doing that, kind of survived towards the ending of the year by doing that, and really you know, just starting off clean. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm coming off of my rant. I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, if you made it to here, thank you. If you didn't, okay. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you within the next week or two. Can't promise exactly when that's gonna happen, but it's gonna be sooner than later. But yes, I am very excited for the year, very happy that you came to visit and stayed. And if you did, tell me what you're stitching. Tell me what you're stitching, and what is your hero piece of the year. That's the new word. What is your hero / focus piece of the year? I'm kind of interested. I'm looking at so many designs that I've missed because I've been like MIA, and I'm like, wait, I want to do that. Wait, I want to see that. I need some inspiration. So send me all the goods. I will be looking things up, and maybe I'll be sharing it here and showing people, you know, just some slideshows of what you all are stitching, because I'm pretty sure some people want to see that too. So yeah, so just tell me what you're stitching, comment it below, etc. And then yeah, we'll be here next week, and then we'll just chit chat more, and then I promise I'll have coffee. I need to figure that out. We can have a different coffee conversation, but I need to figure that out. But yes, thank you. Okay, bye.